When we started out with the Intersphere, it was all about one thing: the joy of making music together.
We played every gig we could and tried to grow as a band and grow an audience and make that 10 people that showed up the first time to be 20 people the next time.
We were pushing ourselves very hard, but we had fun.
This is what Daddy has to pay for!
These gigs shaped us as a band. That's a big part of our history, and this is how it all began. I would say the whole thing was driven by passion. That's the whole point.
The clubs became bigger, the audiences became bigger, and I feel grateful to be with the guys and be a band for such a long time. And we're still having fun together, we're still recording albums, and that's really pretty cool.
When I first met the band in 2013, I immediately felt a really strong connection, both on a musical level, but at the same time also as persons. I realized, okay, that's exactly what I want to do.
Not only became our community bigger, but the music industry and the economic circumstances totally shifted.
The passion for making music together really stayed the same until today. But making music is just one part of being a band, and there are a lot of different roles that you have to play, and there are a lot of things to consider, like the financial circumstances.
And while it's really fun to be on tour and a really great passion to be in the studio recording music, it's also really a shit ton of work around it, organizing things and of course financing all these things.
The music business has become digital, and streams have replaced record sales.
You could think that the internet benefits artists like us, but that's only partly true.
When did you buy your last CD? I have no idea when I bought my last CD either, and I think it's okay. But in terms of streaming services, the earnings don't even cover the production costs, so we end up spending our own money just to achieve the high production quality we're aiming for. That doesn't sound sustainable, and that's simply because it isn't.
You can reach a lot of people online, but the reality is that the current system doesn't allow us to finance what we love to do.
What remains for us is playing live. But honestly, it's very hard to make a profit out of that because we have to pay our crew members, booking agency, rental cars, and so on.
Due to the unfair billing methods, streaming only favors the big players in the market, and bands like the Intersphere only get a very small part out of the, for example, Spotify profits. The new gatekeepers are algorithms to bind listeners and viewers to a platform for as long as possible, often with a goal of selling ads on the basis of our creative content, our music. And if you don't want to play that game as a band, you're screwed.
The fact is that the whole business only exists because people care about music and bands.
We strongly believe that the real value is in the connection between the listeners and the art. And if you feel the same way, we would like to invite you to help shape the future of the Intersphere in a sustainable way on Patreon.
Patreon is a membership platform that allows musicians to be financially supported directly by their fans.
Think of it as a digital age fan club, created and curated by us in person.
But it's really important for us that this is valuable for both of us.
We offer exclusive benefits for members, such as behind-the-scenes video content, tutorials, giveaways, or even personal video calls with us.
But we're also looking forward to your involvement in what's gonna happen on our Patreon.
Your support would create a whole new backbone in the financial existence of our band.
People often ask us how they could support us in the best way and of which action we will receive the most money. And my current and future answer will be: become a member on Patreon.
You, our friends and fans, have always been the most important part of the story. So let's not get lost in complaining about the current system and try to build this new model together.
We can't thank you enough for supporting us.